Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Thursday morning, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Thursday morning, guys. Are you a destiny helper? Are you a destiny helper? Well, you're the chosen one, so there's a great chance that you are. At the end of the day, chosen one, we're just vessels. We are just vessels. God works through us, all caps, through us to achieve whatever he needs to be done here on the earth. Okay, so as a chosen one, typically you are assigned to things, people, places. Again, whatever it is that God needs to get done here on the earth. But many of us are called to help people reach their God ordained destiny. Hear me well, not their goals, not their desires, unless it's aligned with God's ordained destiny for them. This is crucial. This is crucial because your seeds have to be intentional, so it has to be in alignment with whatever God is calling them to do. So if you're trying to get behind a person and back a person in whatever way, because again, you back them in the way that you're called. This can be financial, this can be a prayer warrior, this can be tons of things, however God uses you, right? But if it's not in alignment with what God has to do in their life, you will not see fruit, right? You won't see fruit in that area, nor will you, not only that, you're wasting your time, your energy, and your resources because it's not going to have favor on it if they're not in alignment with their God-given destiny rather than their own goals, dream, and desires. Okay, here's the thing. Whatever area, guys, I know you guys are sick of these dings and dongs. Well, that don't sound right, but I'm not going to hit record over because I've already hit record 9 times because the phone keeps going off. Guys, if you're sick and tired of these dings and dongs for 8, 9, 10, maybe sometimes 20 minutes, I hear it 24 hours. Just please get with me right. I'm not getting with me. Please bear with me right now. Let me get through this really quickly. Here's the thing. Whatever area that God calls you to be a destiny helper, you're going to have excessive amounts of fruit and favor, blessings, acceleration in that area. Okay. There's supernatural grace and power in that area. Meaning when you use, let's just say you're a prayer warrior. Okay, so if you're backing a person, if you're a destiny helper for a person, when you pray, honey, you shift things, you move things because you're graced to do so in that area. I have a friend like that. Like if I'm going through some things, like the minute she prays for me, it's like this heaviness come up off of me, that cloud come up off of me. So your destiny helpers are graced and blessed and fruitful in a certain area to back who you're called to back, if that makes sense. It's going to be crucial that you stay in alignment because God will give you tons of insight, wisdom, and discernment. Meaning, for one example, he can call you. This happens to me. I won't say a lot, but it has happened in the last 6 months, several months, or whatever. He can call you to a person, right? You're supposed to back and be a vessel to help this individual with their God-given destiny. Okay. Just because he calls you to it, that doesn't mean the person's going to always get it right. Because here's the thing: if the person gets out of alignment, meaning they're no longer moving a certain kind of way, then God has to tap you and say, okay, yes, I called you here, but they're not in alignment. They're not moving from a pure state. right? I had destiny for them, but something came and flipped their mind upside down. They're all over the place. They're no longer aligned. They're doing things they want to do. So now God can't back that. How is he going to back that? The whole backing was about a person's destiny. So if they're out of alignment and they're now moving to the left, to the right, and all over the place and doing things from the wrong mindset, the wrong intentions, how is God going to back that? It makes no sense. So now you're watering dead grass, and all the resources that God have blessed you with, they're now being poured on, I don't know, something, dry grass. Y'all help me out. Okay. So then what God will do is, because see, you're a destiny helper. That's your call. So he's just not going to sit there and let you not help nobody else. No, what he's going to do is he's now going to tap you and say, okay, assignment completed. Okay, some assignments you're going to see, like I know there's about 6 that's popping up in my mind, assignments that have been completed, and I mean completed well. These individuals are now in their destiny land because they stayed in alignment through all the attacks, through all the storms. Their intentions stayed focused on what God showed them. They stayed in a pure posture, meaning they didn't get, even if they got shooken up for a bit, and they had, of course, for a bit, they always found their way back to the route. But most importantly, their spirit always stayed pure. Their motives and intentions always stayed pure. They didn't have anything in their spirit, shisty, manipulative, scamming, scheming, that mindset. Never. It was always pure intentions. But then there are going to be some who just don't make it. Everybody don't make it to their destiny. Please understand. You guys know how hard it is, right? Right? So when he comes back and he taps you and say, okay, assignment completed. And you're like, but it was not completed. Oh, it's completed. It's completed. So God will release you from a person that you were called to because of their own actions or lack of. And then he will assign you someplace else. Now, there's a great chance that you may have a break in between. There's been times I've had breaks in between, like years sometimes. Well, I don't know, maybe a year. But now they're like back to back. Meaning if one screw up, go over here. Okay, then you really start to see this one move in a certain kind of way. So you stay here for a while. But as you're there and God is using you, God is watching them. Oh, don't get it twisted. He's watching you too, to be sure you're in alignment and you're not trying to like swerve in the left or the right and you get all tied up someplace you're not supposed to be, right? So he's watching them as long as they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And God sees that they're moving a certain kind of way and that you're in alignment, then it will continue. The journey will continue. But your job as a destiny helper is to be so aligned that when God convicts you and say, okay, assignment up is not going to be completed, that you're okay to walk away. Take your emotions out of it, my empaths. Take your emotions out of it, my highly sensitive people, HSPs. Take your emotions out of it, you big-hearted people. This is not about you. You're a vessel. You have to separate yourself. And sometimes, I won't lie, it's the hardest thing to do, right? For me, right? You have to separate yourself from your emotions, from your sensitivities, right? From your empathy, and understand that this is a spiritual assignment. It has nothing to do with you. You're just a vessel. So this is why you will start to see lots of abundance in a person's life. See, people from the outside, fleshly realm is looking at it like God has favorites. Absolutely not. So the people you see that you may deem to be blessed or have abundance in whatever area, they're in alignment. So God has to bless you in the area that he's calling you to. Okay. So if you're called to, if you're called to be prayer warriors, then stop side-eyeing people in church who can get down there and pray for 5 hours at a time. Now you're you're jealous and thinking the person doing it for a show, and that may really be that person's calling. And you're in your feelings, honey, because you can't sit down for longer than 2 minutes. So now you're side-eyeing this woman or this man because you think they're putting a front on because they just want to show the pastor that they can pray for 5 hours. That's probably their. I don't even know why I'm on this, right? One of you guys side-eyeing somebody in the church. Right. That's probably their calling. Or when you see a person that you may feel like God is a blessing them abundantly in the area of finance, those people have callings to bless people in different magnitudes all around the world, or however it may be, however God uses them. They're called to be blessings, plant seeds, and help people arrive to their God given destiny. So, whatever way that God uses you, there's going to be abundance in that area. And it's not for you. You get to be blessed in the process because of your obedience, of course, but it's not for you ultimately. If you think it's for you, and if you think you did it, get up out of alignment. Get up out of alignment. Try it. Get up out of alignment and start swerving a certain kind of way and see how long you have it. Play with it. Play with it. So I just wanted to share that for different reasons. Someone asked me what is a destiny, like what is a destiny helper. So that's why I posted this picture. And I mean, in so many words, basically, you're called to assist people to arrive to their God-given destiny. So I wanted to share that. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.